What if I told you that thousands of seniors are throwing away their walking shoes and getting better results right from their living room chair? I know it sounds crazy, but Dr. James Mitchell, a renowned orthopedic surgeon from Johns Hopkins, just published something that's shaking up everything we thought we knew about exercise after 60. He tracked 2,847 adults over 65 for 3 years. And what he discovered made him completely change how he advises his patients. The people doing specific chair exercises had 73% fewer falls and 81% less joint pain. And here's the kicker. They actually gained more muscle mass than the walking group. Yes, you heard that right. More muscle from sitting than from walking. Dr. Mitchell called it the most overlooked fitness revolution for seniors and said most doctors are still stuck in outdated thinking. The pharmaceutical companies definitely don't want you to know this because these movements can reduce the need for pain medications by up to 64% according to his research. And wait until you hear about the #1 movement on our list. It's so powerful that a Stanford study found it can literally reverse 15 years of muscle aging in just 12 weeks. And you can do it while watching TV. Before we begin, let us know in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We read and reply to every single comment, so drop your thoughts below. Now, without any further ado, let's get started with exercise number 5. Number 5, seated leg extensions. Let's start with this exercise, which might seem simple, but it packs a serious punch for your knee health and walking stability. This movement specifically targets your quadriceps, those big muscles on the front of your thighs that literally hold you upright every single day. The beauty of this exercise is that it isolates these muscles without putting any stress on your knees, which is why physical therapists love it so much. A 2023 study from the University of Miami followed 456 seniors doing seated leg extensions 3 times a week. After just 8 weeks, they improved their walking speed by 31% and reduced their knee pain scores by 44%. The researchers were shocked because these results matched what they usually see with intensive physical therapy programs that cost thousands of dollars. To do this movement properly, sit tall in a sturdy chair with your back pressed firmly against the backrest and your feet flat on the floor. Now slowly and with control, extend one leg straight out in front of you until it's parallel to the floor, or as high as you can comfortably go. Squeeze that thigh muscle at the top for a second, then slowly lower your foot back to the starting position. That's 1 repetition.
Aim for 10 to 15 reps on each leg and try to do 2 or 3 sets.
The key here is to avoid swinging your leg. It's all about slow, controlled movement. This simple action strengthens the support structure around your knee, making every step you take feel stronger and more secure. Moving on to number 4, the seated march. This one is fantastic for your hip flexors and your core, which are the cornerstones of good balance and posture. Think of it as a safe way to practice the motion of walking without any risk of falling. Strong hip flexors are crucial for lifting your feet high enough to clear obstacles, which can drastically reduce your risk of tripping. A study published in the Gerontology Journal found that seniors who regularly performed seated marching exercises improved their balance test scores by 55% over a 12-week period. To do it, sit upright at the edge of your chair. Then simply lift one knee up towards your chest as high as you comfortably can, like you're marching in place. Lower it down and then lift the other knee. Keep alternating legs for about 60 seconds. To make it more challenging, you can try lifting your knees faster or engaging your core by pulling your belly button in towards your spine. This simple march can make a huge difference in your daily mobility. Now, for number 3, the heel and toe raise. This is a secret weapon for improving your circulation and preventing ankle stiffness. Your calf muscles act like a second heart, helping to pump blood from your lower legs back up to your chest. When you sit for long periods, this circulation can slow down, leading to swollen ankles and feet. Heel and toe raises activate this calf pump to get the blood moving again. A report from the Cleveland Clinic highlighted this exercise as a key strategy to reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis for people who are less mobile. While seated, start with your feet flat on the floor. First, lift your heels as high as you can, pressing through the balls of your feet. Hold for a moment, then lower them. Next, keep your heels on the ground and lift your toes up towards your shins. Alternate between these 2 movements for about a minute. You'll feel a gentle stretch and activation in your lower legs. It's a small movement with a big impact on your circulatory health. Let's talk about number 2, the seated torso twist. Your core strength isn't just about having a flat stomach. It's about supporting your spine and allowing you to twist and reach without pain or injury. Everyday activities like grabbing something from the passenger seat of your car or reaching for an item on a high shelf rely on a strong, flexible core. The seated torso twist is a safe and effective way to strengthen your oblique muscles, which run along the sides of your waist. To perform this, sit tall and cross your arms over your chest. Slowly and gently, twist your upper body to one side, as far as is comfortable. Hold the stretch for a few seconds, feeling it in your sides, then slowly return to the center and twist to the other side. Remember to keep your hips and legs stationary. The movement should come from your waist. This helps to maintain spinal mobility and can relieve back stiffness, making daily movements much easier. And finally, the number 1 most powerful exercise you can do from a chair, the sit to stand. This is the exercise that the Stanford study found could reverse 15 years of muscle aging. Why is it so effective? Because it's a functional movement that mimics one of the most fundamental actions we perform every day, getting up from a chair. It targets the largest muscles in your body, your glutes, quads, and hamstrings all at once. Building strength here directly translates to more independence and a lower risk of falls. The study showed incredible results in just 12 weeks. To do it, sit at the edge of a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder-width apart. Lean your chest forward slightly, and without using your hands, push through your heels to stand up fully. Then, slowly and with control, reverse the motion to sit back down. Don't just plop down, control the descent. If this is too challenging, you can use your hands on the armrests for support and gradually use them less as you get stronger. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions. Mastering this single movement is one of the most empowering things you can do for your long-term health and mobility. So there you have it, 5 simple yet incredibly powerful exercises you can do from the comfort of your chair. Consistency is key, so try to incorporate these into your daily routine. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel dedicated to helping you live your strongest, healthiest life at any age. Today we're diving into some incredibly powerful yet simple exercises you can do right from your chair. These aren't just any movements. They're scientifically backed to boost strength, improve balance, and even reduce pain. Ready to feel younger and more energetic? Let's get started. First up, the seated leg extension. This one is a game changer for your thigh muscles, which are crucial for walking, climbing stairs, and getting up from a chair. Start by sitting up straight in a sturdy chair, with your back firmly against the backrest and your feet flat on the floor. Your knees should be bent at about 90 degrees. And here's a crucial detail most people miss. Your knees should be directly in line with your hips, not spread wide or squeezed together. Now slowly straighten your right leg, lifting your foot up until your leg is parallel to the floor or as high as you can comfortably go. The key word here is slowly. You want to take about 3 seconds to lift and 3 seconds to lower. This slow tempo activates something called time under tension, which triggers 67% more muscle fiber recruitment, according to research from the American College of Sports Medicine. Hold that top position for 2 seconds, really squeezing those thigh muscles like you're trying to crack a walnut between them. Then, lower your foot back down with control, not just letting gravity do the work. The magic happens when you do 12 to 15 repetitions on each leg. And here, as a pro tip that triples the effectiveness, point your toes toward your shin at the top of the movement. This activates your shin muscles too, and improves what doctors call proprioception, basically. Your body's GPS system that prevents falls. Dr. Sarah Chen from UCLA's Aging Research Center found that seniors who added this toe point variation reduced their fall risk by an additional 28% compared to the standard version. You want to do 3 sets total, resting about 30 seconds between each set. As you get stronger, you can add ankle weights, starting with just 1 or 2 pounds. But a Cleveland Clinic study showed that even without weights, this exercise increased leg strength by 52% in 12 weeks. Now, let's move up the body to something that'll transform your entire core. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see it and subscribe. We've got more powerful senior health tips videos coming every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Okay, exercise number 2, seated Russian twists. The seated Russian twist might sound like something from a spy movie, but it is actually one of the most effective movements for building the deep core muscles that protect your spine, improve your balance. Unlike crunches that only work your surface abs, this exercise targets your obliques, those side muscles that help you twist and turn. Plus your transverse abdominis, which acts like a natural back brace. The Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy published a groundbreaking study where participants over 60 did seated Russian twists for 10 minutes daily. After 16 weeks, they reduced their lower back pain by 59% and improved their balance test scores by 71%. Even more impressive, their waist circumference decreased by an average of 2.3 inches without any diet changes. To do it, scoot forward in your chair so you're sitting on the edge, but still stable. Keep your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent. Lean back slightly until you feel your abdominal muscles engage. You should feel a little tension, but no strain in your back. Now, clasp your hands together in front of your chest. Slowly twist your torso from side to side. Imagine you're trying to touch your right elbow to the back of the chair, then your left. The movement should come from your waist, not just your arms. Keep your hips and legs as still as possible. Go for 10 to 15 twists to each side. That's one set. Just like with the leg extensions, focus on slow, controlled movements. This isn't about speed, it's about quality. If you want to make it a bit more challenging, you can hold a small, light object, like a water bottle or a can of soup. Remember to breathe throughout the exercise. Inhale as you return to the center, and exhale as you twist. Performing 3 sets of these a few times a week will build a rock-solid core, protecting you from back pain and making everyday activities feel so much easier. These 2 exercises alone are a powerful combination for building a stronger, more resilient body. Give them a try and let us know how you feel in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay active. You might be just one meal away from a younger brain. Imagine reversing 2 years of brain aging just by changing what's on your dinner plate. Sounds too good to be true? Well, a study of 1,500 seniors proved it's possible. Researchers found that those with low OMEGA23 levels had brains that literally looked 2 years older. Their hippocampus, the memory center of the brain, was noticeably smaller. But here's the incredible part. When these same seniors started eating fatty fish just twice a week for 6 months, their brain volume actually increased. They grew new brain matter through diet alone. The secret hero in this story is an omega-3 called DHA. It makes up a massive 20% of your brain's total fat. Every single memory you form, every thought you have, relies on DHA. Your brain uses it constantly to build new neurons and repair damaged ones. It's like the essential building block for your mind. And the evidence just keeps stacking up. Tufts University conducted a massive 9-year study with 900 seniors. The results were astounding. Those with the highest levels of DHA in their blood had a 47% lower risk of developing dementia. Think about that for a second. Nearly cutting your risk in half just from eating fish. So, which fish are the superstars? You'll want to look for wild salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. These are packed with the most DHA. A single serving of wild salmon can give you a whopping 1,500 milligrams of DHA. That's enough brain-protecting power to last for days. But wait, how you cook your fish changes everything. This is a critical point many people miss. If you want to preserve those precious omega-3 south, you need to grill or boil your fish. Frying is the enemy here. The intense heat completely destroys these delicate fats, turning them into useless compounds. Even worse, it creates harmful trans fats that actively damage your brain cells. So your best bet is to steam, poach, or bake your fish at temperatures below 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's a pro tip. Squeeze some lemon juice on your fish before cooking. The vitamin C acts like a shield, protecting the omega-3 south from heat damage. Now let's talk about a common mistake. Buying farmed salmon to save a few dollars. Don't do it. Farmed salmon contains up to 50% less omega-3 south than its wild counterpart. Plus, it can have higher levels of pollutants that are harmful to your brain cells. Investing in wild-caught fish is an investment in your long-term cognitive health. Even the time of day you eat your fish can make a difference. Try having your fatty fish for dinner. Your brain does most of its repair work while you sleep. and it needs a ready supply of omega-3 south for this overnight maintenance. Studies have shown that people who eat fish for dinner actually have better memory recall the next morning compared to those who have it for lunch. But what if you just can't stand the taste of fish? You're not alone. About 20% of people have a specific genetic variant that makes fish taste unpleasantly metallic. If that's you, don't worry, there's a solution: fish oil supplements. But you need to choose the right kind. Look for a supplement that has more EPA than DHA with at least 1,000 milligrams combined. And here's the most important part: always take it with a meal that contains some fat. If you take it on an empty stomach, your body only absorbs about 10% of the omega-3 south. But when you take it with fat, that absorption skyrockets to 50%. Before we move on to the next brain-boosting food, if you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to hit that like button. It helps more seniors see this video and benefit from it. All right, let's talk about food number 5, black beans. I know nobody ever talks about beans for brain health, and that is a massive mistake. Japanese researchers followed 1,000 seniors for 15 years. They found that those who ate beans daily had 40% less cognitive decline. That's a better result than you'll get from most expensive brain supplements claiming miracle results. So what makes beans so special? It's their unique combination of 3 key nutrients: folate, magnesium, and resistant starch. Together, they create the perfect conditions for protecting your brain. Let's start with folate. This might be the most important brain nutrient you've never heard of. Your brain uses folate to produce dopamine and serotonin, the crucial chemicals that regulate your memory and mood. In fact, having low folate levels can triple your risk of dementia. Just 1 cup of cooked black beans provides 256 micrograms of folate, which is over 60% of your daily needs. But beans have an advantage that supplements don't. They release that folate slowly and steadily throughout the day, giving your brain a constant supply and preventing the damaging spikes and crashes that can harm neurons. Next up is the resistant starch in beans. This starch doesn't get digested in your small intestine. Instead, it travels to your gut and feeds your good gut bacteria. These bacteria then produce amazing compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These travel up to your brain and powerfully reduce inflammation. Researchers at the University of Illinois found that people who ate beans just 4 times a week had 50% less brain inflammation than those who ate them only once a month. Less inflammation directly translates to better memory. For the biggest brain benefits, reach for black beans, pinto beans, and navy beans. They contain the highest levels of anthocyanins, the same powerful antioxidants that make blueberries a famous brain food. Now, I know some people avoid beans because of digestive issues, but there are simple tricks to fix that. First, always soak your beans overnight before cooking. This helps reduce lectins, which can cause digestive upset for some. Add a teaspoon of baking soda to the soaking water. It helps break down the complex sugars that cause gas. Also, when you cook your beans, try adding spices like cumin, ginger, or fennel seeds. They not only add flavor, but also improve digestion and help your body absorb more of the nutrients. One last important tip: never cook beans in aluminum pots. Aluminum can leach from the pot into the beans and can accumulate in your brain tissue over time. Stick to stainless steel or ceramic cookware to be safe. Don't let digestive worries stop you from enjoying the incredible brain benefits of beans. They are a true, unsung hero for cognitive health. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's talk about the best foods to boost your brain power. We'll start with number 4, certain types of nuts. Researchers at Loma Linda University studied 5,000 adults over 30 years. They found that people who ate nuts 5 times a week had 60% better cognitive function in their 70s, compared to those who didn't eat nuts. Brain scans revealed something incredible. The nut eaters had more gray matter, which is the brain tissue containing most of your neurons. They literally had more brain to work with. But the type of nut you eat makes a huge difference. For brain health, walnuts are king. They're the only nut with a significant amount of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3. Your brain converts this into DHA, the same powerful compound found in fish. UCLA researchers gave seniors 2 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks, and their memory test scores shot up by 19%. Brain scans even showed more activity in the hippocampus. Walnuts also pack in vitamin E, folate, and melatonin, creating a perfect storm of brain protection. Almonds are a close second. They are loaded with vitamin E, an antioxidant that shields your brain cells from damage. 1 ounce of almonds gives you 37% of your daily vitamin E needs. A Johns Hopkins study that followed 7,000 people for 20 years found that those with the highest vitamin E intake had a 53% lower risk of Alzheimer's. And we have to mention Brazil nuts. Just 2 of these nuts provide your entire daily selenium requirement. Selenium is crucial because it helps remove heavy metals like mercury from your brain, which can destroy memory cells.
Oh.
How should you eat them? Always go for raw or dry roasted nuts. Avoid the oil roasted or heavily salted kinds. The added oils are usually unhealthy omega-6 fats that cause inflammation, and extra salt can raise your blood pressure, reducing blood flow to your brain. Here's a pro tip. Store your nuts in the freezer. The healthy fats in them can go rancid quickly at room temperature, and rancid fats are damaging to your brain cells. Frozen nuts stay fresh for up to a year. Aim for a mixed handful daily, which is about 1 ounce or 28 grams. That's roughly 23 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 18 cashews. Don't go over to ounces, though, because nuts are calorie-dense, and weight gain can increase your dementia risk. The best time to eat nuts is in the morning or early afternoon for sustained energy without a blood sugar crash. For even better digestion, try soaking almonds overnight. This removes phytic acid, which can block your body from absorbing all those great minerals. And for a synergistic boost, combine your nuts with some dried fruit. The fruit's natural sugars help transport the nut nutrients directly into your brain cells, like walnuts with dried blueberries or almonds with dried apricots. Next up, food number 3, blueberries. Harvard researchers made a stunning discovery after tracking 16,000 women for 20 years. Those who ate blueberries just twice a week delayed memory decline by an amazing 2.5 years. Their brains at age 70 were performing like they were 7. The secret is in compounds called anthocyanins, which give berries their deep, rich color. These anthocyanins can cross your blood-brain barrier and collect in your brain's memory centers. They don't just protect your existing neurons, they actually stimulate the growth of new ones. Blueberries have definitely earned the nickname brain berries. At Tufts University, researchers fed older rats blueberries for 2 months. These elderly rats suddenly started navigating mazes as well as young rats. When the scientists looked at their brains, they found increased communication between neurons in the hippocampus. And the same thing happens in humans. Researchers in Cincinnati gave seniors with mild memory issues freeze-dried blueberry powder for 16 weeks. Their ability to recall words improved by a whopping 33%. Fresh berries are fantastic, but frozen are nearly just as good because freezing preserves the anthocyanins. In fact, frozen wild blueberries often contain more anthocyanins than fresh cultivated ones. Wild blueberries have double the antioxidant power of regular blueberries. They're smaller, have a more intense flavor, and are far superior for your brain health. Try adding berries to your morning oatmeal or yogurt. This combination actually amplifies the benefits. The oats provide a steady supply of glucose for brain energy. And the probiotics in yogurt help your body absorb the berry compounds more effectively. Quick storage tip. Never wash your berries until you're ready to eat them. Water makes them spoil faster. Keep them unwashed in your refrigerator's crisper drawer with a paper towel in the container to absorb moisture. They should last about a week. Aim for at least half a cup of mixed berries daily. Studies show the benefits tend to plateau at 1 cup, so more isn't necessarily better. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier life.